Hello, everybody. You are in Somatic Math class, and I am Laura, and we are going to start right away with breathing. In a Zoom room with other people, inhale, open up, reach out, and exhale, soften. And I was just telling all of my class that I'm doing a full week of classes from Christmas through to New Year's, classes every day, sometimes 2 classes in a day. And I will put the link for that in the comment section. Inhale, or in the information section. Inhale up, exhale, bend your knees, drop down, soften, relax your neck, and drop your head toward the floor. Inhale, stretch back up, open, reach out through your fingertips. So we'll go up and down a few times. Soften and melt, drop it down. Inhale, feel the space around you. So think of this kind of as like enlivening your kinesphere. So I like to imagine that the space around me is alive. The space around me is supporting me. In continuum, they'd say that the space around you is potent. So I want good, healthy, yummy, potent space that my body is interacting with. Exhale, soften. Now that may be too esoteric or maybe not for you. So really use that or let it go depending on how that feels to you. Soften and melt, but imagining, if it feels okay, that the space around you is alive. And as you move through it, you're just deepening your connection to it. Exhale, soften and melt. And last one, inhale up, and you're going to interlace your fingers, press up, and shift from side to side. We'll do the lymph flush in just a minute. As you're moving from side to side, imagining that your scapula on the back of your body are sliding and moving. You're creating kind of a C curve from your hip through your hands, and also that your diaphragm in here is moving. So we're moving the organs, we're moving the tissues. Big breathing. Lots of space in there, lots of movement for the breath, movement for the diaphragm, and then come in. And we're just going to do one thing here. And this is kind of going to be, you're going to suck in and then stick out your belly. Suck it in, stick it out. Suck it in, stick it out, suck it in, stick it out, and then shake it out. And just for 1 second, if it felt like, oh no, to stick out your belly, like if you have like an association with that, because I know that many of us were told never to let our bellies stick out, just notice what's going on for you and let yourself have permission to stick it out, right? We need to have space inside our bodies also, and movement is super healthy. And so if we lock down our organs and are always like contracting and pulling in, we're creating a lot of tension in our backs, in our torsos. We want to let that all go. So that was kind of that stick it out, pull it in. Sometimes I talk about this with head tail, that we want to be able to reach out and then also draw in. But in the reaching out part, we could be letting our bellies stick out a little bit. So let's do that for a second. Let's do that with these arms. So it'll be one arm up and one arm down. And you're going to push back and then come in, and other hand. Push back on the arch, bring it in. So we're playing with this up downness, but we're also playing with this forward backness. Inhale, open, exhale, inhale, open, exhale, inhale, open, exhale, inhale, open, exhale, and shake it out, bounce around, shake, 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 relax your tongue, relax your neck. For some reason, my earbuds, which are normally really happily stuck in my ears, are really wanting to come out today. All right, let's get into the lymph flush. So we're going to start with our right hand on our left, around the clavicle, collarbone, in this little triangle. So try to get movement in that whole area. So just don't be too small with that. You can be soft and gentle. It doesn't have to be hard, but something that gets that whole area kind of enlivened and awake. And what we're trying to do is clear out any kind of blockages in there and create space so that as we move through the flush, the lymph can come into there and move through our body. It's a detoxifier of the body. So getting that whole upper quadrant, we can get a couple fingers under the collarbones and a couple fingers above and then into here as well. Easy and loose. If you want to add a or a ah, you are all muted, so feel free to add some sound to that. Tongue relax. Let's switch it to the other side. Let it go. You know, I'm often feeling bruisey up here because I do a lot of shoulder mounts in pole, but I don't know, I think I'm getting better at them because I'm feeling less bruisey. Like, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Okay, let's go from there into our just underneath the angle of your jaw. And I'm going to move my head a little bit as I get in there. And also bring my intention in there. So I am going to really invite those lymph areas to clear up. So if there's anything blocked or stuck in there, just inviting it to flow through my body. Inviting the rest of my body and my tissues to like go, okay, that's what's happening. We're all on board. And then shake that out, just let it go. Coming into our armpit and pec. So you can kind of like get up in that edge of your armpit with your fingers or grab with your thumb and kind of get that whole area. Again, make noise if that feels good.
You're frozen.
Oh, can you hear me? Is it let's switch to the other side. Yes, okay. Is it still frozen? No, it's only frozen for you, Marie Christine. And you're frozen for me too. All right, so same thing on the other side. Just shake it out, shake, shake, shake. I will try and move the camera and the whole computer further towards my router. But I think it's Marie Christine that's frozen. Okay, we're coming into the middle between your belly button and your xiphoid process. So your xiphoid process is this little like notch right here at the top where your ribs split out, right in there. Getting in there, and I'm kind of like pulling one side and then the other. Breathing into it. And then shake that out, and we're going to go into this inguinal fold right above. This is the fold of my hips. You could stand up for this. I'm just going to stay down here since my camera is here right now. Getting in between your ASIS, your anterior superior iliac spine, and your pubic bone, sort of right in the middle there. And feel what's happening with your belly and guts as you're doing this. Try to relax it. Relax your belly, relax your guts. Shake out your hands and get behind the knees. You can do one and then the other, or both at the same time. Breathing. And then shake it all out, shake, shake, shake. And we're going to continue with this. We're going to take this a little bit deeper, and we're going to just tap out each area. So giving it a little gentle hit in your upper left side, and then a little hit in your upper right side. Relax your face, relax your neck. All the movement, just inviting your body's filtration system to really come online. And then let's go into our faces and our jaw a little bit. Relax it. Hello, face. Hello, neck and jaw. Let it tap around. Armpits, maybe one side and then the other is easier. Breathing. As you can see, I'm kind of moving as I do this. So like I'm keeping, you know, when you see people that are like talking like on a podium or something and they keep shifting from side to side, it's like they're getting their nervous system to calm down, right? And it's not, so if it feels good to shift around, shift around. Yeah, so yeah, starting to pay attention to your own nervous system, tapping in that middle place. Whoa. Like when you feel amped up, when you feel calm, relaxed, just noticing what's going on. Because if we really start to tune into our nervous systems and how we're feeling and what sort of triggers us, we're noticing when we get triggered, and we go, oh, I could just calm down and relax a little bit. Coming into the front of your hips. For me, one of my things to do is just lay down on the floor and feel into my body. And if I do that with like a hum or anything like that, then it'll get my whole parasympathetic nervous system to just drop down, taking it behind the knees, banging around there, and shake, 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 shake. Let it all go. Ooh, bouncing around. And let's just do some quick twists, twisting from side to side. In my normal morning routine, in my breath practice, which I've been studying with Tim Vanderfleet for almost 6 months now. So normally in my morning practice, I'm doing this twist for 2 to 5 minutes, looking all the way around behind me, standing evenly on 2 feet. And for some reason, it's a really easy way to get up and start moving. All right, and let's let that go. And we're gonna come down to the floor. Yeah, I've realized that over the past 30 years, I've done many different breathing practices. So the awareness of breath is also a great way to be able to, I'm sitting on a block. You could sit on your butt or sit on the floor. The awareness of breath is a great way to come into, am I breathing up here? Am I able to breathe down into my belly? If I can slow down my exhale, also that'll get the parasympathetic flight. So there's the sympathetic side, which is fight, flight, freeze, flee. And then there's the parasympathetic side, which is rest and digest, soothe and settle. So all of our processing happens in that parasympathetic side. When we sleep, when we digest food, even our heart rate calming down. And that's where, like, from that place, we can be much more healthy. We can tune towards health. So when we slow down our exhale, it brings us more into the parasympathetic. Let's do what Amy's doing. Open the arms out on side stretch. Oh, breathing into the lungs. It feels good. Inhale, open. It's so funny. So the way that I structure my classes is usually what my body feels like it needs. And since I've spent a lot of time like a Laban work and lots of fitness work and lots of dance, my body likes to cycle through the planes. Like, it feels really good. And that is in line with what our developmental patterning is. But one way that I also look at my classes is if I see somebody doing a move, I think, whoa, maybe we all need that move. So I like to incorporate whatever people are doing sometimes. Okay, so we're going to take it to the side, and then you're just going to take it down towards your knee. See if you can relax your shoulders, melt. Come back to the side stretch. And then blossom open, lifting up, and take it over to the other side. Take it down over your knee, melt. Back to the side and open up. So yeah, we're not just working with like our muscles or our joints when we're doing this work. We're working with our muscles, our joints, our fascia in particular. The fascia holds us in our pattern of being us. And as we do anything, the fascia learns what we need. So if we're not moving at all, or we're just couch potatoing, our fascia becomes very unintelligent and sort of disorganized. But if we move regularly, the fascia organizes itself in a much healthier manner. And the fascia is all of the tendons, ligaments, big bandy swaths, and also very fine, like filmy, soft stuff that's in there. It's also very hydrated. So when we move, we hydrate the fascia. So instead of like these dry, crusty sponges inside of our body, we have these fluid sponges that have like capacity to give and receive, which is movement, right? Like if I go like this, all my fascia in my body is going, oh, I'm kind of breathing. All right, let's take it to the right spiral. And then to the left. But we're not just working with the fascia, we're also working with the nervous system is routed through our fascia. So as we're moving, all of that fascia, nervous system, bone, everything is getting a little activity, and we are one whole body. We are not a bunch of parts, as we were saying with the car thing in the last class. We're not mechanical, we're organic. We're organic biomorphic processes. All right, let's come down. What's the plural of process? Processes, processi, processes. Take it forward and down. Shift from side to side. Let your spine release. Soften your head and neck. See if your upper back can release and melt. Breathe into your back body. And then come back in and let's come off the block. And so what I've noticed, I look back at some of these videos, but I don't know how it is for you guys in the room. This floor has a lot of creaky spots. So I start to like look back at a video and then like I'm hearing this with my creaky floor. Like, oh, welcome to my old house. Back of the hands towards each other, internally rotating the arms, externally rotating, opening the heart and lungs, shining the ET fingertip lights. So get those lights alive and awake. Exhale, back of the hands towards each other. Inhale, open it up, fingertips, little sparkle fingers. Exhale, inhale. Bring your awareness to the periphery of the space around you. Exhale, inhale, sparkle fingers radiating out. I used to have a ballet teacher, Jackie Villamil, who would talk about our ET fingertips. Open it up. And we're gonna change it. Back of the hands towards each other. Inhale, serve the sandwiches and take it back halfway down. Inhale, spiral the other way. Open it up. Exhale. Inhale, fill up your lungs. Exhale, inhale, open. Exhale, inhale, open. Exhale, inhale, open. Exhale, inhale, open. Exhale. This is our last one. Open, taking your hands behind you on the floor. So just to open up the front of the hip flexors, we've done a spiral. Now we're going to do an upper versus lower pattern. Inhale, press, exhale, fold. Inhale up. If it feels good and you want to take it further back, go ahead. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale, push. Exhale. Inhale, use your breath. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale, push. Exhale. Inhale, press. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Two more. Push and fold. Last one, up and stay pulsing up. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take it down all the way to the floor. Relax down. And then you're going to knee drop from side to side, dropping your knees one way and then the other, breathing. I totally forgot to put my new camera up on my computer. Oh, yeah, I got a new camera because like the quality was so bad from my new Mac camera. Cross it and spiral. So I thought I might as well get a better camera. And now I have forgotten to put it on. I may actually get up and put it on so we can do a test through the whole video, the whole class, which one's better. Big spiral, letting the space between your shoulder blades really open up. Maybe you feel this more in other parts of your body. Allow it to massage through your back as you roll from side to side. And then come in, hands behind your head, elbow to knee, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Relax and drop it down. Breathe. Turn your head from side to side. Soften your neck and jaw. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, really let your head weight drop into the floor. So just relaxing. I'm getting this camera on. Relaxing and melting. Boom. Yep, change. We actually have more of the room. So you can see my little piece of green fuzz coming out of the pen basket. All right. Let's come onto our hands and knees. This could be elbows and knees. So either hands and knees or elbows and knees, whichever one feels good for you. And we're just going to do a free flow spinal movement. So I'm going to add a theta breath. Theta breath is a soft S sound, a soft, gentle hiss. Mobilizing my spine in a free flow manner. And as I'm mobilizing my spine, I'm mobilizing my whole core, my whole torso, my joints of my shoulders and my hips as well. Searching for novelty in the movement. So creativity, comes when you do something different and new as opposed to following the same pattern. So let this be, I used to call this exercise curious snake, like you've just discovered your spinal body and you're seeing what's possible. Head tail freedom. Head tail is one of the developmental patterns developing this head tail relationship. And that theta breath will slow down your exhale. So that will naturally get that parasympathetic working with you. We're kind of also doing stuff that activates the nervous system, the sympathetic. So we're doing stuff that's more engaged and alive. Not to say that that's more engaged and alive, but a balance between the two things is what we want. And let that go. And let's come back onto our backs. So we've freed up our spine a little bit. If we think of our spine like a river that's got all of these tributaries coming out. So we've got the sort of bulb of our brain, nervous system coming down through our spinal cord, routing out to our skin, to our extremities. What a weird word, extremities. To say extremities for body parts sounds so mechanical. So to the edges, the periphery of our body, coming back down onto our back. Yeah, so as we're moving in these ways, we're getting all of that stuff online. We're working it all together. The parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system are part of our autonomic nervous system. And our autonomic nervous system regulates our digestion. It also regulates breath. It's the thing that keeps us alive. We don't have to think about it. It's always going to happen. And our breath is one of the things that is both autonomic and also it's in our central nervous system. It's also, we have voluntary. We can decide to slow down our breath. We can decide to speed up our breath. Like we can decide where we breathe. So the breath is the only sort of function in our body that is both autonomic and voluntary. Just to think about that. Take your block, stick it down on your pubic bone, squeeze your inner thighs together, take your arms up over your head. Let the front of your sternum and heart open up. So sometimes people have learned to close their rib cage. Right now, just let that all open in whatever way feels good. And then exhale, coming up, pulsing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lengthen and open. Reach out through your arms. Exhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, exhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Let's add a flex point as we come up, flex and point. Inhale, open, coming up, then flex and point. If you've got enough to think about, don't add the flex and point, but if you can, if you've got the bandwidth, go for it. Inhale, open, exhale, another mechanical or digital analogy for our human body capacity. If you've got the resources to flex and point, do it. 3 more, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Now let's move as if you're a body of water, which essentially you are. Let your rib cage, lungs, and heart move from side to side. So I could just wiggle, but if I want to be a little more aware or mindful in this movement, I'm going to wiggle rib cage and lungs, letting that shift from side to side. As my rib cage and lungs are shifting from side to side, just imagining the whole ocean of my body as waves, rippling and moving, softening. I can slow it down a little bit. Let the movement become more free form. So it's whatever feels good to you. So it is permissionary. You can do what you want. And then that's my favorite word that I learned recently, permissionary, right? You are a permissionary. I am a permissionary to give you the permission to do whatever your body needs, to listen into your body. Let's roll back and forth, rounding through your spine, massaging through your back, side rolling if forward backward doesn't feel good. So if you're forward backwarding, maybe take a little moment and plow if that feels good. And if your side, let's take it into a side from there. So rolling onto one side and opening. So that's just shifting from one pattern to another. So that pattern of rolling forward and backward is in the sagittal plane. This rolling side to side, well, if we were standing, it would be in horizontal plane. It's still kind of horizontal plane, spreading across the floor and then closing. If we really wanted to make it horizontal plane in the actual world horizontal plane, we'd open into an X and just get in there, staying kind of flat to the floor. So feel free to play with those two possibilities, opening and closing, or kind of spreading along the floor. You can open and close without leaving the floor, using your breath. And then come in and let's take a heel rock there. So in a perfect world, you're going to have, again, a chance to ripple and wave your body. Soften neck, chest, belly, lungs. Remember that belly sticking out and sucking in? Just try to relax it and let it stick out or suck in if that feels good in the movement. So if it's possible to let the natural wave happen as you dig your heels into your mat, then let that happen. Relax neck, jaw, head. Think of the eyeballs, really juicy globes, softening in your cranium. You can close your eyes. Relax your neck, tongue, and jaw. And then just relax for a second, stop moving, and see if you can feel that sort of ripple of, we would maybe say it like a trace form of movement in your body, is the trace effect of having moved in there. And how long does it last? Like it might be gone instantly, or maybe for a while you can feel what the movement was. All right, let's take the knees up, arms out, side to side. Tick-tocking your legs from side to side. Use your arms and your back. Big spiral. If it feels good, look away from your legs. If it hurts at all, look towards them. Oh, Kitty has found some plastic to lick. And it's actually, oh yeah, it's okay. He can lick that. He's like obsessed with a few things, and one of them is licking plastic. I'm sure he's getting all sorts of crap in his body from it, but what can we do? Probably no worse than eating fast food or drinking water that's been in plastic bottles forever. Oh, nice crack there. Yeah, if you want to make it harder, straighten out your legs. And then relax that and come in. Let's switch it. I'm just going to have a little sip of water. If you have water, make sure you are drinking it. I know sometimes people start this out with coffee. Hey, Isaac. All right.
He says happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Hands down by your sides. Circle your legs. Big circles or small circles, whatever feels good to you. Mobilizing in a range of motion that is appropriate for you today. Every day is a different day, and every body has different needs on different days. So really listening in. Last one. Open out and just roll from side to side. So this could be kind of like a happy baby. You could grab your feet, or you can stay in that open position. This open position rock gets into a different part of my lower back and also my rotators in my butt. So my glutes, my piriformis, all that stuff. And also that big band of connective tissue coming down into my sacrum. So you can alternate that with some happy baby. And then let's do this regular old Pilates, one leg in, one leg out, pulsing as you come in and working with a size that feels good to you. Let that go, relax it down. Big circles with your knees. Lubricating up the hip sockets, massaging out your lower back, softening the inner body. So yeah, Bonnie Bainbridge Cohen, who developed this whole system called body mind centering, which is like a huge, really amazing body of work. And she also studied with Irmgard Bartenieff, who was the person who brought Laban movement analysis to the US, really, to New York. So she also works really deeply with the developmental patterns. But what she talks about also is like people want to get more flexible in their spine, but like we have to soften what's around that for flexibility, right? Flexibility isn't gained by working harder and harder. It's gained by softening and opening, right? And I think certainly right now, as we age, we need to maintain as much flexibility. That is not maintained by like forcing, battening down, pushing into. It's maintained by softening and becoming more fluid. So like small micro movement might be the best way to get more open, as opposed to like, I'm gonna force this, right? Like if we're forcing, saying that now I really want to do that hamstring stretch, we'll warm up our hamstrings a little bit more and then we'll do it, because it's all good sometimes. So feet on the floor, let's take the hands down by the sides and open up. Yeah, but the micro movement can give the tissue, we could call it tissue prep, the access to then open more. Interlace your hands behind your butt. If possible, walk your shoulders closer together. If not, that's okay. You're going to inhale, knees open, exhale, knees towards each other. Inhale, open, very three-dimensional movement. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Bring it into center. You can walk your feet in even more. And you're going to lift up onto your tippy toes, up and down, going 1. Inhale up, exhale down, 2, 3. Heels up and down. Try to keep the pelvis high. 4. Back of the body pushing up. 5. Front of the body opening. 6, 7, 8. Just keep breathing. 9, 10. Let's stay up. Little circles with your ankles. Again, you might need to walk them in, circling your ankles. And change direction. And then come in, release your shoulders, let your knees open. So that's the other thing, like if we've worked our muscles a whole bunch and there's a lot of blood flowing through there, we've got like movement, the fascia is warm, that's a great time to stretch and open up. So now we're gonna do the more reachy thing. So grabbing on, bottom knee can stay bent. If you have a towel or a strap, you can use that around your leg. I'm very flexible, so I'll probably be a lot more open than you. But if you're hypermobile, you might be open like this too. I'm going to flex my knee and ankle and then extend and point. So I could just grab behind my hamstring or my calf or my foot. Inhaling and then exhaling, reaching it out. Inhale, flex, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Working in a range of motion that feels good. feels delicious. And if you've had like an injury in your hamstring, you may want to ease back on this, not go for your biggest stretch. Sometimes we feel sensation in an area and we think, oh, I need to stretch it more, when actually you need to let those little tears heal before you go for the big stretch. Or you need to get some of that scar tissue broken up, which could be through movement, but most likely through hands-on work, in order to let that happen. All right, last one, flex it in, reach it out. We're going to open to the side and then cross the midline of the body. Inhale, open. Exhale, cross it over. Inhale, open. Exhale, cross. Inhale, open. Exhale, cross. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold it in and take it all the way to the other side. Big spiral. Look to your hand. And I'm using this hand to push my knee more towards the floor. And then come back into center. Both feet on the floor. Let your spine realign itself. Pick up your butt an inch or two. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Jiggle, 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 like a belly dancer or a Brazilian samba dancer. Let it all go. And come down. Taking the other leg in. I actually used to dance for a samba dance company a long time ago called Roots of Brazil, back in my early days. Inhale, flex the knee and ankle. Exhale, extend and point. Bottom knee bent or straight, whatever feels good to you. So that's my relationship to the Brazilian samba. I also danced capoeira, and I also lived in Morocco for a while and like learned belly dance there, dancing with the people in the family I was living with. Yeah, so it was actually not with your clothes off belly dancing, but with a lot of clothes on belly dancing. All right, taking it as deep as feels good to you, listening into your own body. Another thing I want to say about this is if your leg is going to go higher up here, you probably need a little external rotation. So this is internal rotation. This is external rotation. Let me flex my foot. Internal, external. If you're going deeper here, probably external rotation, getting that hip down is going to be helpful. All right, let's take it across and then inhale, open. Exhale, crossing. Inhale, open. Crossing midline. Exhale, opening it up. Exhale, open. Exhale, open. Last one. Exhale, open. And then fold it in, press it all the way over. Big spiral. Turn your head. Breathe. Feel your whole body breathing. Coming back in, both feet on the floor, pick up your butt, shake, 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 and release, and roll back and forth. And we're going to come up and over onto our hands and knees. Let's do this. So you could do this. Can you do it from your elbow? It's a little, we'll see. I know that there's some wrist stuff going on out there. If you want to hold on to weights and have them underneath you, you could do that. If not, take a moment of independent thought and don't do this. So really work with what feels good to you. We're going to curl the toes under, take it into a plank. From there, take your butt up to the ceiling and then take it forward into your plank. Actually, this isn't what I want to do. This is what I want to do. Toes are curled under, child's pose, then push forward into your plank. So bend the knees, take it back, push it forward. Bend the knees, tail back, like you're launching off out of a cannon. Those people that got shot out of cannons. I think I would like doing that. And then the next one, you're going to take your butt up to the downward dog. Take it forward into the plank, bend your knees, tail back, launch forward out of the cannon, tail up to the ceiling, back to your plank, knees to the floor, take it back, launch, tail reaches to the ceiling, take it forward, bend the knees, back, last one. Launch, take it up, stay there. If necessary, put your knees or elbows down. Take one leg up to the ceiling, just reach and open. Push the floor away with the bottom leg. And then release it down, other side. Reach it up and open. And release it down. And relax, come all the way down. I have to take my socks off if we're going to do any more of this. Yeah, when I woke up this morning, it was 17 degrees Fahrenheit here, which is fairly cold. All right, let's open into a straddle. We'll get back down there in a minute. In your straddle, if it feels better to elevate your pelvis, you can sit up on a pillow or not. Really work with what feels good to you. We're going to take the hands and feet out and circle them. And then change direction with the circles. Think of your spine very long and arms and legs just reaching away from the central axis of your core. Good, and then shake them out, let it go. We're gonna take it forward, flex your feet, arch, and then point, draw your waist backwards. So we're not trying to go down right now, just a little bit forwards. You could also do this with your hands behind you. Arch, hollow and curl. Inhale, lift and arch. Exhale, hollow and curl. Inhale, open. Exhale, rounded. Inhale, so more spinal movement, reaching out through the legs. The whole fascial matrix is opening, opening, and then opening in a different way. Back of the body opening and arching, front of the body opening here. Exhale, hollow and curl. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Last one. Inhale, arch. If it feels okay and you can take it down, go for it. If you need to stop doing that and come into a Badaknasana with your feet together, that is another option. Also, you can just bend your knees a little bit. Breathing into it. And then come up and let's bring the legs together. Bang them up and down. Rotate in and out. Loose and easy. And then swing your legs around behind you. Take it down onto the floor. Oh, let's do this one. This is my version of an Irene Dowd exercise. She is an anatomist, anatomy kinesiology person who I studied with in my 20s. So you're going to pull, like you're pulling your chest forward. So you're gonna kind of be engaging your pecs and your lats and just push back. Pull forward and then push back. Pull forward, push back. Elbows are directly below your shoulders. Pull forward. This time you're going to lift your legs, release the legs, drop the head, roll down, looking towards your pubic bone. Pubic bone drops and come up, and head drops and roll back down. From your pubic bone, rolling up through your spine and lift, release, and drop, and curl, pubic bone up and lift, soften and curl and relax all the way down. If you need any relaxing inspiration, we've got that guy. Bend, curl your toes under, relax your head, just push up and down. So this is like the heel rock, the toe push, soften your body, melt, easy, mobilize, try to relax your butt, relax your quads, relax your jaw, relax your tongue. Bend your knees and let your legs fall from side to side. Yeah, that really, I've got something going on in one of my quads where it's like a big band and it's even making a noise when I go over it. It's on my right here. So we're gonna do a quad stretch for that. Bending one knee, grab on, draw your heel into your butt. If that's not possible, you could get your sock and pull on your sock or get a towel and put it around your ankle. I was saying this before, Dharma Mitra, who is a yoga teacher in New York City. I'm not even sure if he's even still alive. Maybe he is. I hope so. Anyway, he used to have people hold their socks so they could like pull up. It's a good idea. It worked and you felt connected. So here, if you want to move your heel in and slightly out, it's going to change the place that you're stretching in your quad. That's what I need to do. So maybe you do too. And then kick the whole thing out and up. Opposite arm and leg come off the floor. So you're in a half bow pose. Breathe into it. And release, soften, switch it to the other side. Grabbing on, heel towards your butt. You can turn that leg in and out. Oh, it feels really good. I can feel the stretch shift through the different parts of my quad as I do that little bit of internal, external rotation with my femur head, my thigh bone, as my heel is going toward the outer hip and then toward midline. And then coming in, stretching the whole thing out and up into our half bow. Reach, reach, reach. Lift, lift, lift. Breathe. And relax. Take your hands next to your chest. Press up. Take it back. Child's pose. Breathe and melt. Surrender. Let go. Wiggle around. Shifting from side to side. And then shift your weight back towards your heels. Come all the way up. And let's take our legs out in front of us. As I said, take your legs out in front of us. The cat just reached his arms out a little bit more. His little paws. Oh, got a bite. He's like, don't bug me right now. He's really not a biter, but every once in a while he gives you a little chomp. Although it's never hard. All right, let's do ankle to knee pose. So it could be this. You could do this laying on your back, or you're folding one leg under. Don't want to disillusion you about my wonderful cat. He's really not a biter. More of a nip. Take it down. Do your cats do that also?
Yeah. Well, in different degrees, yeah.
I used to have a cat when I was growing up named Tiger. Highly original name. She was such a sweet cat, but she was like my cat. She was super, super shy. And she would come into bed in the middle of the night and then she'd like nip me on the cheek to wake me up because she wanted attention. It was like, it wasn't like horrible, but it was definitely not a behavior that should be encouraged in any cat.
One of the cats bites my hair.
Well, hair's not so bad. It's not your face. I mean, Tiger never broke skin or anything like that, but it was like this little love bite to wake me up. Like, oh, thank you. Jeez. And then release, unscramble, shake it out. And switch it to the other side. Either leaving the bottom leg straight. You could also do this laying down on your back and just drawing your knees in. Fold it forward, breathe, surrender. Let the shoulders melt. And then unscramble. Take your legs out, bang them up and down. Rotate in and out. And just rock your weight forward and back. Oh, Saul, did you hear? I don't think you were here in the beginning class when we were talking about booster shots. I think I'm going to get one this week.
Good.
Yeah. I'm like, Take your butt up to the sky, shift from side to side, let your head and tail release. Ripple through your spine, soften your lungs and ribs, soften your organs. And then come into center and roll it all the way up. And then inhale, open, reach out and up, and exhale. And inhale, fill up your lungs, Again, finding that potent space around you. So letting the space around you support your body. Certainly the gravitational pull of the earth supports us. The air around us supports us. The water around us that we drink and it comes into our body also supports us. Just tuning into this living system and then just shake it all out. Let it all go. Excellent. So, TV land people, like and subscribe. It matters. I'm trying to get to 1,000 people. I've only got 300. I don't even have 300 followers yet, but I'm trying to get up there to 1,000. And I think people can't actually do it if they don't have an account. But if you have a Gmail account, you pretty much have a Facebook account. All right, so I am going to stop recording. Oh, look at that. I got to spotlight your kitty for 1 second. Leave it on there. Let's replace spotlight and look at the kitty. Just in case you thought I was actually in the room by myself, I'm not. So there's the kitty cam. There's, yeah. All right, I am going to stop recording. Thank you for coming. Anybody who watched on TV. Oh.